minutes to ace their moment of truth. The bell, round number 1. Garcia immediately looking to establish the jab and leads with the left hook. Caught by the guard of Davis, and again Davis on that back foot. Was wanting to see what Garcia brings to the table early.
Two of the last 3 fighters that Garcia has faced have been lefties, Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell. He knocked them both out with 1 punch. Of course, this is a different kettle of fish, but he likes that he's had experience against lefties recently.
And of course, Garcia overcame a hard knockdown against Campbell before getting up, showing his grit, his resilience, and sending the Olympic gold medalist into retirement with a body shot.
And we kind of knew that Davis was going to start somewhat like this, backing up, but definitely not staying on the ropes. And when I mean backing up, he's using his angles. He's moving side to side, not staying on the ropes, and, just trying to see what Garcia brings in.
Garcia's knockouts in 6 of his last 7 fights, including over Javier Fortuna last July. And in that fight, he dropped Fortuna 3 times. You'll be surprised to hear this, guys. Trademark left hook. As we approach the midway point of this cautious start to the first round, there's the jab from the southpaw Davis, who has Floyd Mayweather in attendance here tonight. Mayweather, who, of course, headlined the biggest pay-per-views in history here in Las Vegas, supporting Davis as he headlines a pay-per-view for the first time in Sin City.
Davis said he thought while he is normally cautious in his starts, as we pointed out, he was going to try and be a little more aggressive in the early rounds. I expected, as most of us did, both fighters would take this kind of cautious approach early. Even Davis said, I don't want to walk into something, and neither does Garcia.
Under a minute left in the first, both quality counter punchers, Abner.
Yeah, really powerful punches as well, and that's why they're taking their time. They don't want to be the first one to make a mistake, because whoever does make the mistake is going to pay dearly.
There's a hand speed as Garcia flashes a jab 3 times. Davis looks to go to the body, and of course, against the orthodox fighter is a southpaw. Benko and downstairs go upstairs, and of course, that lead foot battle is very crucial. Right now, it's neutral.
It's really neutral. No one's really trying to put their foot outside each other's foot.
Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
Jab lands for Garcia at the end of the round.
Time right there.
Just jabbing, stepping in and out. Now he's going to start making some hard moves. He's just looking for counters, right? Keep on your toes, be relaxed. That's right.
All right, you good? It's a party, baby. Don't let us get this something hands off, baby. All right?
Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's trainer, who really rescued him as a child from the streets of Baltimore. Davis told us that Ford was a light he needed as a child, and Ford says, hey, I don't train Tank for knockouts. I train him to punish his opponents. And in that first round, as expected, a deliberate start by Davis, who only averages just over 30 punches around. In that first round, he threw 7, landed 1, and while they're both undefeated, hey, they both had zeros when it came to power punches landed in the first 3 minutes.
And it turns out Garcia's the first one to try to land power punches, and he's doing it there.
And Garcia putting the pressure on Davis, landing the right and left, and Davis trying to hold on. The much bigger Garcia. And of course, mixed fan base here with every punch that's thrown, whether it lands or not. You will hear from their respective fan bases.
This is exactly what Ryan Garcia has to do. Start off fast and make Tank Davis feel uncomfortable, and he's doing that right now.
Davis utilizing lateral movement admonishing Davis for doing so.
Yeah, warning to both fighters. A more aggressive second round for Garcia. And of course, he would like to make something, as Abner said, dramatic happen, but do it in a way where he doesn't put himself in harm's way.
And you look at all the pundits, all the scouts everywhere online, they say that Garcia had to take advantage of Davis' slow starts, whether deliberate or not. And here in round 2, putting the pressure on Davis. Davis wanting to turn this into a wrestling match.
Yeah, Davis has to be careful. He was looking at the referee. You got to protect yourselves at all times.
And he's just got underneath that left hook. What a shot! What a massive strike by Davis! And just like that, Gervonta Davis drops Ryan Garcia for the second time in his career here in the second. And just like that, Garcia bounces back up quickly.
Like Rolly Romero, Garcia overcommitted and got hit with that counter left hand by Davis. And that's the one thing they were worried about in the Garcia camp.
Oh, and he hits him again with that left from the guard. Left hook by Garcia. And again, Davis beginning to feel it now with that left hand. 15 seconds left. High trauma already in Sin City. After a slow start in round 1, Gervonta Davis drops Ryan Garcia in round 2.
Well, a missed left hook by Garcia. And Davis with the right uppercut from Garcia. Let's see if Garcia, what he does with his right hand and why that left hand is there. Through a left hook, Davis countered him with the left. He is great with that counter left hand. We talked about it before the fight. And here we'll see why Garcia was open to it. He got off balance, got hit.
Straight, he's had his head up high like he normally does. And guess what? He got comfortable. He was feeling himself because he was landing some few shots. But Gervonta Davis came in with that beautiful overhand left.
And one important point is Garcia was able to get up from it pretty quickly.
Like he did against Campbell.
Yes, and was able to sustain in that round. We'll see if that continues.
Round 3, Garcia immediately takes the center of the ring. Trying to bounce back. After a nightmare scenario second stanza for Garcia, but back on the prowl. Davis along the ropes, going side to side, not allowing Garcia to set up.
You know, it's fascinating. According to show stats, only 4 punches landed by Davis, but the one he landed was
low output, high accuracy.
Yeah, right, exactly. But the one he landed was pretty important.
Yeah, you don't want to overcommit if you're Garcia, and he kind of did, and that's how he got knocked down. He was doing good. You want to pressure Davis like you are right now with that jab. Keep him busy, but don't overcommit or do not force something that is not there.
So quick with that lead left hand from the hip. Gervonta Tank Davis scores again. And there's a jab from Garcia.
The interesting thing is Garcia wants to land his own check left hook, but if he's coming forward, he can't land it as a counterpunch to Davis. So I'm wondering if he'll lay back more, and they wanted to fight taller.
And there, Davis with the lead foot to the outside of Garcia, allowing him to close the gap.
And to answer that, Al, it's only if Davis throws a lazy jab. That's where you want to take it a little step back and counter him with that hook. But right now, Davis is really fast with that jab. Hard to counter.
And we've seen in the past where Ryan Garcia has a tendency to pull straight back in a linear position and can at times expose his chin doing so.
Yeah, he pulls straight back like he's doing right now. You don't want to do that. Davis is my time that.
There's that left hook to the body by Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia knocked Luke Campbell out with that. He would like to get that left hook in, but has to be careful because, again, being concerned about the counter.
Feint by Davis, looking to let him the lead right hook. There pops the jab. And again, tags Garcia.
Yeah, he didn't overcommit it. He feinted. He didn't see anything. He didn't take it. And then he took it because he saw it. So that's how you do it.
There's that left hook, check hook by Garcia. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of the third. Davis putting on the pressure.
You know, jabs are not going to be a factor in terms of landing punches. They only land, I think, 4, only 4 punches they land per round, these guys are jabs, but the jabs will help them set up the power punches.
Garcia backing himself in the corner, fires off the right hand, goes for the hook, and then moves to his left. There's a straight right by Garcia. Good round for Gervonta Davis. There's someone who appreciates the knockdown. That is Mike Tyson. Gervonta Davis has been called the mini Mike Tyson, and you know Tyson had to appreciate that knockdown earlier in the fight.
We got a bucket here. We got a bucket. He's spin right here. You know, nice. Look, he's looking to thread that little. Watch out for the left uppercut too. He's looking for that. So keep the jab going. That little right hand that you threw at the end, that'll get close. Keep working that. Throw him off every so often and throw that.
You're doing all right. Listen, from 1 to 12, baby. 1 to 12, hey. Hey, and Frank, don't go. Frank going up, but go low. Frank, go high, go low.
You heard Joe Goosen letting Garcia know that Davis is looking for that left uppercut. He landed the left uppercut from Hades against Leo Santa Cruz in what was the 2020 knockout of the year, dropping and stopping Leo Santa Cruz for the first time as Garcia coming forward with the left.
Yeah, really good instructions from both sides. And Davis, they were telling him, you want to feint. You want to feint a little bit more. And yeah, you want to do that if you're Davis, just like that, because you want to see what Garcia has and make him open up his guard. That's a good way to take the jab away from Garcia as well. What Davis is doing right now.
Left hook to the body by Garcia. And Davis responds with a straight left to the midsection. Good job of feinting by Davis and able to pull counter like Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Neither of these men are volume punchers. This has been low volume even overall for both men. But again,
and yet it's the constant threat of the knockout that has this tension where you need a chainsaw to cut.
You're absolutely right. And the way this fight is being fought, the Garcia left hook is not a factor right now. And that's a problem for him because that is the weapon. And if Garcia doesn't, if Davis doesn't attack too much, the left hook can't get there as a check hook.
And one thing he has really good, Mo, is that right hand, Garcia. He's got to let go of that right hand.
And he just did when you were mentioning it there.
Yeah. But a lot more, and they asked for that in his corner. The right hand is lethal for the southpaw.
See, there was an attempt at a hook because Davis is starting to attack a little more. We'll see the check hook more as Davis comes in.
There's
whether it'll land, we don't know.
Jab from Davis, stiff jab. A minute left in the fourth, scheduled for 12 at a contract weight of 136 pounds. Lead left hand of the breadbasket, scores for Davis. There's the right hand from Garcia.
And it's a lead right hand. It's sharp. You want to follow it up with the hook.
Davis continues to win the foot battle, keeping his lead foot to the outside of Ryan Garcia, closing the distance for his trademark left, and there it is. Trying to create an angle.
Tank Davis is really smart. He saw that Garcia was letting go of the right hand, and he was trying to time that right hand.
High ring IQ, has been in the gym since he was a child. And yes, known for his explosive power and knockouts, but he has the ability to seek and destroy or to box. A little right hand by Garcia inside at the end of the fourth.
Davis getting the left hand in again as Garcia came in. That was a lead left. And you see Garcia kind of looking to hang on early. He wanted to make sure I got that good punch in. I don't want to get hit on the inside. Again, to look at it, that's pretty good that he can land that lead left without having to do anything else before that.
And it's almost like beating Ryan to the punch.
Yeah.
He kind of sends that Ryan